Hey folks, this is Gamer VK. So in this video, we're going to discuss about research building, and we're going to go in a little bit detail for how the new joiners or the new players can achieve better results with the game, and better research, like which research needs to be done first so that they can achieve a good stats and good progress in the game. So here we go. Before that, let me just mute the sound. Yeah, so this is how so I am currently having a level 25 building, and I have maxed out some of the researches and everything else. So this is how the research academy, or the building which is called academy, can be seen. So we have a lot of researches, and initially the players can only, or the new players can only see the economy, defense, military, and monster hunt. Upgrade defense and upgrade military. These six will only be visible to other new players who are recently starting, or in the new castle level 1. So initial levels, I would suggest it is better to go for economy researches. So since the new players will be at the castle level 1 or 2 or 5 up to 10, there's not many researchers available for them to do here. It's like they can only be able to do up to level 5 or level 6, maybe level 3 sometimes. So there are some restrictions based on the castle level. So I prefer the people to do the economy researches first, because that will provide a standard source of resources, like the production rate. You can see this is the construction speed. So this is a very important research, as we have to build a lot of constructions. And then here we have food harvesting. Food harvesting will give us the production rate of food. So the general food production rate will be enhanced by this research. And then we have stone, timber, and metal. And then the left we have vault management. So vault management is where the maximum limit of resources that can be stored when an attack happens. So for example, the vault is having a maximum limit of 2 million, and we have some 8 million some resources. Let's say I have 8 million stone, and someone attacks me. That's done. So I lose approximately 6 million, apart from the ones that are available, that are stored in the vault. So this is how it is. So the 2 million will be protected by the vault, and the remaining 6 million is a goner. So the vault management, you can get up to 70%, the level 10, which will only happen when your academy hits level 25. So test 70% of vault storage. So that's how it is. And weight training is something which will enhance your army capacity. For example, you have a T1 tier 1 troops, and they have a army capacity of if you can go and check here, your tier 1 troops can handle a maximum of 7 resources. Or I can say, for example, you see a level 1 tile, you can see 225,000 resources for a food tile. So if we consider that, so 7 of the 225,000 resources can be gathered by one troop of a T1 tier. So this is for grunts, that is the infantry. For archer, the capacity is different. For cavalry and for ballistas, the capacity is different. Ballista is nothing but a siege. Okay, so the capacity varies. But when we do the research here in weight training, the capacity will be enhanced by the percentage shown here. So they will be able to gather more and more resources. And then here, resource harvesting. This is the resource gathering speed. So this gathering speed will reduce the time taken for the tile to be gathered. So this will also be helpful. So initially these are important, because we have to construct a lot of buildings, we have to enhance the buildings, we have to do researches, train the troops, and everything. So everything needs resources. So I prefer resources are the first priority. Then next is military. So here we see training speed, intelligence report, quick maneuvers. Quick maneuvers is like the travel speed. It's very important for the troops to travel quicker, so that they can reach the destination fast. So this is for speed. And the intelligence report is something like someone is scouting us, or we want to scout someone. So intelligence report will help. So it is related to our tower watchtower. So depending on the intelligence report, we get more and more details. Okay, so I prefer military second, because also we need attack stats and defense stats and HP stats, and also it's important to unlock higher level tiers of troops, which will also help us, protecting ourselves from others. So for example, I have T1 troops of 1 million, and someone is attacking me with T2 troops of 500k. I will lose them, because T2 troops are more powerful and more durable than T1 troops, the tier 1 troops. So that's how it is. So once I give economy the first preference and military the second preference, and as usual, there is one more research that will fall in the second preference, which is nothing, which is the monster hunt. Why the monster hunt? Because when you join a guild, it's very important that you get a lot of gifts, right? So if you want to hunt a monster, you will have some default stats, like you can hit a monster and it will get a damage. So when you do the monster hunt, you can see energy recover, energy limit, energy saver. So energy limit is the maximum energy that you can store without using. Energy recover, the time taken for the energy to be recovered. And the energy saver, the energy that is required to hit a monster. And also you can see monster hunt 2, which will unlock level 2 hunting for the monsters. And you can see aggressive hunter, animal handling, monster hunter 1, which is a damage boost. So all these things will be helping us in hunting the monsters better. So as I was saying, these all researchers will help us, in hunting the monsters more efficiently, with less energy, more damage. And you can also see that animal handling, which is nothing but travel speed. And then we have aggressive hunter, the number of hunts we can do in a row. So there is a limit for that, and this will increase that. Survival tactics, which will give us hunt max HP and hunt healing effect, and a lot of other stats. So second priority would be monster hunt and military. So you can do parallelly both of them, or you can first focus on the monster hunt, and then you can focus on the military. So once this is done, I would not prefer you tell you to do the defense. Why? Because this one is fine, crafting is fine, and spikes, archer tower, spike boulders, these are fine. But do not do this research initially, because this will not give you much of a anything, because the opponent, or the one who is going to attack you, will not use a lower tier troops. He'll be either using a T3 or a T4, or maybe T2, which can destroy your wall, and which can destroy your traps very easily. So you can see I have 333k of wall and 125k traps, which are useless. If I get hit by a T4 full rally, or a T5 player, they will be destroyed in an instant. It will not even wait for hold for at least something or like that. It will be destroyed. So instead of defenses, upgrade defenses are also the same. Instead of defense and upgrade defense, you first prioritize on economy, military, and monster hunt. Then the next would be upgrade military. So upgrade military will give you subsidies. The number of the subsidies, like when you want to go and do some grunt training, or cavalry training. See, you can see that I need only 362,000 of food. But if since I have completed my subsidy researches, if I haven't, then it might be around 600k, or maybe more than that. I'm not sure, and I don't remember exactly, but this is more than that. Okay, that's how it is. So subsidy will give us benefits on the number of resources that is required for creating or training a troop. Then as your castle grows, the researches will be unlocked. And after upgrade military, the priority would be familiars. Why familiars? Because familiars will give you lot of boosts. As you can see, I have lot of familiars here. See, this is a pack 3 familiar, which will give me lucky stars. It's nothing but holy stars that we can use on in labyrinth. So when you say labyrinth, we need lucky holy stars to hit the monster and get a reward. So this will give me holy stars, and here you can see it will give me range attack, and it also gives me research speed. Similarly, I get gems from this monster, this familiar, and then some other stats, construction speed, and so on. So these are better. So unlocking familiars is good. So when you see the familiar tree, so this is how it is. So this is anima is something which is needed for the familiar training and familiar pacts. Okay, merging cost, the cost required for merging the pacts. And then again we have food harvesting and gym training is where we enhance our familiars xp, the levels. Okay, these are the Mystic Spire is a place or a construction where we can merge the packs to get the familiars enhanced. So as you can see, I'll show you something like runes. So these are the runes that we get from the packs. Sometimes if I merge some I have a maximum limit of 19 packs merging. So right now I'm doing a pack 3 merging here. So you can see pack 3 19. So 19 pack 3 merging I'm doing. So as you can see, it requires this amount of resources. So I haven't completed the subsidy part for this. If I did, it would be reduced more. And pack 3 will have all these familiars, and I'll get fragments are used for enhancing the boosts that we have seen earlier. Like these are the boosts. For example, you can see this one. So here either we can use a rune or a um, skill stone. So a fragment. So using a rune is not what I say suggested, because it will be used for enhancement of your familiar to the maximum stage. Okay, so that's how the familiar works. So that's how you have to plan your research. Then after familiar is done, familiar battles, this will unlock familiar battle slot, pack merging speed, and familiarity infantry attack. So your familiars will have attack strength and everything. So let me show you what that means. So here you can see army talent. So some familiars have army talents. You can see increase a ranged attack. So if I enhance it, it will be increased again. So this will boost up your attack strength when you are going to attack a darkness, or going to attack a player, or going to attack a wonder. So this will help you a lot. So how you use them is, you will have a familiar slot. Just for an example, let me show you here. Station. So you can see these up all of them are heroes, and the bottom one is for familiar. So I have unlocked 2 of the slots, and I can unlock more 3. So I can assign familiars here. Okay, so this is how it is. So that's where familiars come in handy all the time. Familiars will give you an edge on your battle, apart from the strengths that you have. Like your heroes will have some attack strength and everything. Apart from that, you will have additionals. So that's how the familiar one. And the army leadership and then the military command, these also will have the weight training, which is capacity, and the resource harvesting, training speed, and these are the phalanx. So initially we'll have only infantry phalanx unlocked. Then we need to unlock range phalanx, cavalry phalanx. This is used for the front troops. Like for example, if I'm going to attack someone who's having infantry troops more, I have to use a cavalry troop rally, or a cavalry troop solo, and I have to attack them using a cav phalanx. So cavalry will be on the front, and it will go and hit the wall, and then it will hit the infantry troops of the opposite person. So that's how this works. And additionally, we have 3 more lineups which we can be researching in the army leadership. So as you can see here, so this is how it is. So I haven't completely done few of the things here. So I'm still on the working on these things. For now I'm focusing on few things, like for now I'm going to increase the maximum deposit on my treasure trove. Treasure trove is one of the important things on the game. So once you unlock treasure trove, you can deposit gems, and they will be deposited for 30 days. So the treasure trove will Depends. Again, there are researches for this. So for me now, if I invest 25,000 gems, I'll get 51,000 gems. That's almost double the amount that I invest. Okay, so treasure trove upgrades that currently I'm working on. So once that is done, I'll be working on pact 4. Pact 4 is a lot powerful because they have amazing attacks. For example, if you take Hoarder, so it has, you can get a random jewel means attack jewels and defense jewels. You remember the jewels, right? So these things. And this is for merging speed of skill stones, and this is for maximum deposits of treasure trove. So you can maximum increase the deposit of to 10,000. So the maximum deposit you can do is up to 46,000, and you can get a returns of 90,000 plus gems in 30 days. So increasing the treasure to its maximum level is going to help a lot. So that's how it is. And finally, if you have to ask me what other things, so I would say sigils are for higher battles or higher levels, and then gears. In this, you will be able to start working on the tier 5 soldiers, which are the very special ones. For tier 5, we need to have this lunar foundry and luminous gear. So luminous gear, so once you have unlocked a tier 4 and tier 5, the tier 4 troops will be enhanced using the luminous gear, and they will become tier 5. So it is a long process. So if you are an F2P or a free to PV player, and it will take almost a year or at least 8 to 10 months for you to unlock tier 4 if you're in a good hunting guild and if you get proper support from your guild. If not, then it will take longer. And for tier 5, it would take around 3 years for an F2P player, because they need a lot of research domains. Research domains are very hard to get. As you can see, every research in gear will need research domains. Research domains are like one research domain will cost you 900 gems. So if you are going to get the research domains along with gems, you need at least 3 million gems for unlocking T5 and 1 million separately for T4. So 1 million for T4 and 3 million for T5. Around, there's an approximate value. Sometimes it might be less because you might get some of them in rewards. So almost 4 million gems are needed. I have unlocked a T4 around 3 to 4 months back, and I'm currently working on my treasure. So once it is done, I'll work on pack 4. Then I will be focusing on my T5, because T5 right now I cannot, or it will take a long time. So I'm going to focus on something more important or more beneficial for me at the moment. So that's how you have to plan your researches in academy. So all the best, guys. And if you have any doubts, you can always drop a message on my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you for the time and good luck.